Hey, we are live, and today we're going to talk about Livegood's compensation plan and why it is so amazing. So, first thing, and I only have 15 minutes because I have to do a Zoom with Kelly and the Brazilian team. Super excited to do that. Got my Livegood t-shirt. Can you believe, you guys, it's like 60 degrees. I think it's like 65 degrees today in Arizona. So it's a beautiful day. But let's talk about the compensation plan. Why is Livegood's comp plan so amazing? And there's a lot of misconceptions about the plan. So I'm going to try to go into details, even though I only have 15 minutes to do it. So let's start out by saying the first way, we get paid 7 different ways. Okay. So first of all, I want to say Livegood does not have a matrix comp plan. Okay. That's misconception number 1. Oh, Livegood is a matrix. No, Livegood is a unilevel compensation plan. We get paid 7 different ways. And one of the ways that we get paid is in a matrix, okay? That's one way that we get paid. Maddie. That's one way that we get paid is the matrix, okay? So the first way that we get paid is the Fast Start bonus. The Fast Start bonus, you get paid 50% of the dollar amount. So if you sold $50, if somebody got into the membership and it's $50 that you sold, you get paid 50% of the dollar amount. Now, do you guys know how huge that is? Because all the other companies, they pay on V's, what I call the scam V's. So you sold $1,000, but they're going to calculate your commission on $500. Now, my question for you is, what happens to the other $500 or $400? So you sold $1,000 worth of products, whatever, and they tell you that the volume, the commissionable volume is $600 or $500. What happened to the difference? I mean, I don't know what else to say. Got stolen, like somebody robbed you. That money disappeared. It didn't get paid. You didn't even get paid a commission on that amount, which is really hard for me to comprehend because I sell houses for a living. I'm a realtor, and I can't imagine a broker saying to me, oh, you sold $1 million house, but we're calculating your commission on $500,000 or $600,000. What happened to the remaining $400,000 or $500,000? What did you do with it? Where did it go? So that's insane, okay? So the scam Vs, the CV, the PV, the GV, the QV, the BV, it's the business volume, qualifying volume, commissionable volume, personal volume. I mean, they cannot come up with any more Vs to fool people and to make it confusing. So Livegood is paying total on the Fast Start bonus, 80% of the dollar amount. If you don't think that's generous, you're insane. So if you sold $50, they're paying 40 and keeping 10, okay? So 50% goes to the person who sold, right? The first level gets 50%, and then there's 30% that gets divided between levels 2 and 10. And of course, as it goes lower in levels, as you go up in ranks, it gets smaller. So, it's 50%, 10%, 5%, 5%, 3%, and then it goes all the way down to 1. Okay, that's the number 1 way that we get paid. Number 2 is the new way that we get paid, which is the CAB bonus, CAB, customer acquisition bonus. I'm sure you've heard that before if you've been in network marketing in the past. So the CAB bonus, customer acquisition bonus, that, guys, blows me away. You know why? We are not a traditional network marketing company where, you're paying 10 times what you should be paying for a product. We're paying cost. We're like Costco. Costco doesn't make any money on products. Costco makes money on the memberships. It's the same thing with Livegood. So they are not making any money on products that members are buying, because the person who's making the money is the person purchasing the product. Because when I buy Super Reds for $18, for a higher quality than the one that I used to buy for $70 on Amazon, I'm the one making that $52 difference. It's money in my pocket. I saved it. So if I saved $52, I earned $52. So the person earning is the one purchasing, because that person is getting 50 to 80% off the price that product should cost, right? But on the top of that, so even though they're not making money, that first order on a member purchase, they are paying 10%. How do they pay the 10%? The same way that they pay the fast start bonus. First level gets 50%, and then there's 30% between levels 2 and 10, and the percentages are the exact same. So as you go through the ranks, you know, first level 50, and then it's 10, 5, 5, 3, all the way down to the 10th level, which is 1%. So that's 10% of that first purchase on a member pricing. So they don't make any money, but they're paying out another 10%. Amazing. Third way that we get paid. That's the big one. That's the matrix, you guys. I don't know why people talk so much about this matrix, because that's the smallest way that we get paid. It's the least important one, but because the word is out that you can get paid even if you don't do anything, you know, that's how everybody wants to get paid. Can I get paid without doing anything? Can I be lazy, not work, and still get a paycheck? You can, just as much as you can buy a lottery ticket and you can be the winner, right? You can get paid. The question is, what are the chances of you winning the lottery, right? I mean, yeah, you can. Is it true that if you buy a lottery ticket, you can get paid? Yeah, same thing here. Is it true? Yeah, it's true. We get paid a quarter for every single person who gets placed under us in the matrix. Most companies don't even pay a penny for something that you did not do. Livegood pays a quarter for something you did not do. The only way that you're really going to benefit from that is if you join with a rock star at the beginning. I mean, that's the bottom line, okay? So if you joined, like my friend Jimmy joined with me, he's my first person. He has like my top spot on the left side of the matrix. He's got half of my team under him. That's thousands of people. So yeah. Not going to happen for everybody, okay? And it's certainly not going to happen quickly. So do not join if you think that you're going to join, do nothing, and get paid. You're going to get frustrated, and you're going to frustrate a lot of people, you know, because you're going to be calling your upline and saying, hey, where are my placements? So if you don't want to share this opportunity with people, if you don't want to share the mission of Livegood, which is to help people get healthy, stay healthy, and do it in an affordable way. If that's not a mission that, you know, gets you excited, just don't get involved. Just become a customer. You know, if you just want to stay healthy, just become a customer. But if you pay the one-time fee of $40 because you want to make easy, quick cash, not here. I had a guy that called me and he's like, I think by now I should have at least 3 placements. I'm like, okay. How did you calculate that one? Just send me your Cash App. Let me send you 75 cents if that's going to make you happy. So there's no money for lazy people, okay? There's no money if you're not working. Forget it. The most you can make is $2,047.50. Sorry, somebody's trying to call me here. Let me turn this off so I don't get interrupted. But so the most you can make, it's $2,047.50. Now, 2,047.50 cents divided by 25 cents, it's 8,190. So you would have to have 8,190 people in your matrix placements for you to make that 2,000 a month. I mean, could it happen? Yes. Is it going to happen for most people? No. Is it going to happen quickly? Definitely not. I mean, you look at someone like Tim Miller, who has tens of thousands of people on his team, and they're not placements. These are people he worked to build. And the money he's making, the 7 figures a year, is not coming from the matrix. Let me tell you that. That's a tiny, tiny, tiny little percentage, okay? Now, if you're working the matrix, if you're recruiting people, then you can make as much as $16,383 a month. Still very little compared to what you can make with the rest of the compensation plan, okay? So don't focus on the matrix. Don't focus on easy, free money. That never works out. If you truly want to succeed and grow as a person and help other people succeed, it's not going to be with the matrix, okay? That's the cherry on top. And what's a 2x15 matrix? It starts as a 2x12, and then as you go through the ranks, it becomes 2x15 once you hit diamond. So that's not like a binary. You know, binaries have one leg to the right, one to the left. It's like single file. And I'm not gonna have time to finish this. I'll have to do half today and maybe half after the Zoom. But so binaries, you have, two legs, one to the right, one to the left. What's really horrible about that, binaries should be illegal. I mean, it's such a scam, because if I brought in Susie on the right and Susie brings in $1 million in sales, and on the left, I put 20 people in, and all 20 combined don't do as well as Susie, and they sell $1,000 on the left, they are going to calculate my commission, you guys, on the 1,000. I'm gonna make $100. What happened to the 1 million that I brought into the company in sales? It goes into someone's pocket, and it's not mine. Again, as a realtor, that is a tough pill to swallow, because can you imagine a broker saying to me, well, you sold $1 million house, but we don't pay commission on that. We don't pay commissions on what you do. We only pay commissions on what you match. That's a binary plan for you. So now if I sell a $200,000 house, the broker is going to say, awesome. Now that you matched $200,000, I'm going to pay you on the $200,000 house. You're still not getting paid on that $1 million house. And I never will, because it's impossible to match. There has never been in the history of binaries anyone who's been able to match identical. You always have a runaway leg, and you never get paid on that leg, but that's volume you are generating for the company. Where does the money go? Someone's pocket. That's why owners make hundreds of millions of dollars a year. That's why the building they have on the freeway is $40 million. That's why they have 4,000 employees and the payroll is $150 million. That's where that goes. The money that you don't get paid, but you sold, you should be the one getting paid. That's why binaries, honestly, if I was in a binary right now, knowing this information, even if I had a team of 100,000 people, I would be leaving and taking my team somewhere else. I would never, ever, ever work for free again. And that's basically what you do when you are in a binary. So the matrix is the 2x15. So what does that mean? You have 2 people on your first level. And then you have 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024. Hopefully I multiply that correctly. So that's how it goes, right? Each level, it gets wider and wider and wider. So it's the opposite of the binary, which is single file to the right, single file to the left, and you only get paid on one side. Here you get paid on everyone that you bring in, everybody they bring in, and you also get paid that quarter on all your placements, okay? Next misconception, we don't get paid ever on products. So obviously we get paid the CAB, the customer acquisition bonus, on member pricing, right? Member purchases. Now we also get paid retail products. So if somebody is buying retail prices, you're gonna make between 50% to 100%. So 50% to 100% of the difference between the cost and the retail price. So wholesale or retail minus wholesale, that difference, you're gonna get paid 50 to 100% depending on your volume. So if you're selling a lot, you can make as much as 100% of the difference, which is pretty amazing, okay? How else do we get paid? So those are 2 different ways, okay? Because that would be 50%, it would be the commission retail, and then the influencer bonus is the bonus that could bring it up to 100%. Because like if you sold at 2,500, they add 10% to that 50%, so you'd make 60% of the difference. If you sold more than 5,000 in retail, then they add another 10%, so you'd get 70% of the difference instead of 50%. So those are 2 different ways that you get paid. And then I guess I'm gonna be able to finish this. I have 3 minutes left. And so the next 2 ways that you get paid is bonus pools. So they take 2% of the total global sales of the company, and they divide between the diamonds, and then they take another 0.5% of the total global sales of the company, and they divide that up between the crown diamonds, okay? Now, the most important way that we get paid is the check matches. That's why I wanted to leave that for last. I only have 3 minutes. Check matches, guys, that's where you can make 7 figures a year just in check matches. You make 50% of every single person that you bring in personally, whatever they make in their matrix, you match 50%. So I brought you in, you made $1,000 in the matrix this month, or $500, I make 50%. So I'd make $250 or $500. If you bring in 10 people, they all make $1,000 in the matrix, that's 10,000, you make 50%, that's 5,000. So we already have people making $50,000, $60,000 a month in the matrix, in the check matches, okay? Check matches is where the big money is. So if you're gonna look at the comp plan, focus on the check matches, because not only you're getting 50% on that first level, everybody you brought in, but once you go up through the ranks, you're also going to match 2 generations of silver at 10%, 3 generations of gold at 5%, 4 generations of platinum at 5%, and 5 generations of diamond at 3%, okay? So what's a generation? It's when somebody hits that rank. So can you imagine how many people you're gonna have to have in one leg that you started, one line, one person that you started, it's a new leg. How many people you're gonna have in that leg to stop getting check matches? You're gonna have tens of thousands of people, because you gotta have 5 diamonds in each leg to stop getting those check matches. So that's how you can, get to 50, 60,000. Guys, I have to go. I have 1 minute to go. Maybe I'll do another one when I have a little bit more time, but I hope this helps. This comp plan is amazing. You know why? Because we are offering something of value. When you don't have something valuable available to offer people, guess what? Everybody quits. And when people quit, there's no comp plan. So this comp plan is incredible, but the most important part of it is we have high retention. And if people are staying here, they're getting paid. I'll see you guys next